Hey guys, so I'm live. My dogs just went like, oh my God, she's talking to herself. What's wrong with her? We're not used to that. So I wonder how many of you will pop up because it's my first live on a High Value Mindset YouTube channel. And today's topic is about desire. In this video, I will give you 5 ways on how to manifest your desire. I do have some notes because I don't want to miss anything out. Oh, I see 2 people are watching. That's so cool. Free. I never done a high value mindset live on my YouTube channel, so I'm very curious. And please let me know if you have any questions or anything. I'm here to interact and make it, the best that I can. So today's topic is about desire, and I'm going to share with you 5 ways on how to manifest your desire. I'm just a bit scared because my got a cup and water on the table, so I'll just remove it because the table is getting a bit wobbly. Right, perfect. I'm so happy. Hey, ladies. Lucky I saw your post just now. Okay, amazing. Perfect, yes. Sorry for not giving you a notice. I was planning, to be honest, I was trying to, anyway, it's long story. It doesn't matter. So, perfect. Okay, so how to manifest your desires. As you know, ladies, in life, it's very important to put yourself first, right? So goals, dreams, ambitions. When you're going to die, God is not going to ask you, which husband have you married? He's going to ask you, what have you done with the life that I gave you? So it's for self-love. The most important thing is put yourself first, love yourself, value yourself, and do something with your life because you're very, very lucky to be alive. I think the chances of being alive is like 400 trillion to 1. So you're super lucky. Therefore, now you're alive, you're a living creature. You have to do something with your life. Okay, whatever that it is, whatever that you want to achieve, whatever that you want to do, as long as you got something, and if you don't have something, you need to find it, and you find it through trying things out. Okay, so don't be a couch potato. Like, try things out, and by trying things out, you'll find what you want to do with life. Anyway, once you have found it, once you have an idea, it's how to achieve, how to manifest your desire. That's the next question, right? If you're stuck between 2 niches, which one is the one to choose, please? The one you're more obsessed with, which just before I start with the 5 tips, let me just tell you something. In order to manifest your desire, you need to be obsessed with it. You're not going to be manifesting things like that if you're not obsessed with it, if it's not your true passion, if it's not your true goal, because to manifest anything in life, it's hard. It's not just, you don't just wish for it and it happens. It's, you have to be obsessed with it. Only when you're obsessed with it, only when you have a passion for it, even when you struggle, nobody can stop you because you're still gonna go for it because it's your true passion. If you're doing it for the money, very likely that you will fail, because to make something incredible work just because of the money, you will not see it as being worth it. It's too difficult to, let's say, make your desire into business or make it work just for the money, because things don't happen overnight. It's a long process. It's like a long-term success. It's a long-term plan. You don't manifest your dreams by taking a lift. You have to take a staircase. But the good thing is that time flies anyway. And this is how I started my business, by thinking like, if every day I can just set aside, if I can just do 1 YouTube video a week, each week, and stay consistent, long term is gonna build up, and I will, manifest what I want. But if I would have been like, oh my God, I have to make this all happen in 3 months' time, this is my goal, and I'm gonna make it all happen in 3 months' time, very likely it's not gonna happen because it's too much, and then it doesn't happen in 3 months' time, you get too disappointed, and then you're like, oh, it's not gonna work, and all of that. But when you do a little bit each day, and you're consistent with it, you don't wear yourself out, you sustain the passion because you're doing it on the side as a hobby, and you just kind of keep going. And as I said, the time passes anyway. Like if you're, let's say, if you're watching TV or anything, just setting a little bit of time each day. Like ladies, when I was working as a nanny, I didn't have a hobby that I could manifest into, let's say, a business for 8 years, right? I was very passionate working as a nanny. I loved my job, to be honest. I really, really loved it. But on a side, I didn't have anything that I was kind of thinking of making into a business or anything like that. So what happened 8 years later or 10 years later, I still was in the same place where 8 years before. I still was getting like 10 pounds an hour and I was still a living nanny. So I literally was sitting in the same place. But if you have a job where you're working for, like, let's say 9 to 5, and maybe you're planning to stay in that job for 5 years or 10 years, doesn't matter. That desire or the job idea can change. And just like every day you put a little bit, like half an hour towards your dream, towards your goal, 5 years later, you're not going to be sitting in the same place. Right? It's just a little bit, because time goes anyway. And then 10 years go by and you're still in the same place. It's not good. Okay, let's see your comments. Love your live stream. Good morning. Good morning. Perfect. Okay, so in order to manifest your desire, it needs to become an obsession. So you need to find the passion that you're very interested in. And sometimes it's just that little kind of like, something in here just saying like, try this. I see you're passionate. Or it's something you're kind of thinking. And then after a while, you're kind of thinking like, oh, what could it be? What could it be? And then your inner voice keeps going. Your gut feeling keeps going like, oh, try this. And then it comes to the point where you cannot ignore your gut feeling anymore. And it just happens. It literally drops on your lap. It's like, Greta or bloody whatever your name is, just do this. This is your passion. And this is how you find it. Once you find it, you need to go for it, okay? So how do you go for it? Once you found it, how do you go for it? Okay, so going back to obsession, let me just tell you about obsession quickly, and then I'll give you those 5 steps. Obsession. Why does obsession work for entrepreneurs? A lot of people, like, for example, there is this entrepreneur called Grant Cardone. He's a salesman. He's into properties. He's incredible, right? And he, for example, used to be an addict before, a drug addict, right? And then he stopped doing that, and then he made his business into obsession. So when you're focused, let's say when you're a drug addict, it's an addiction. When you're a love addict, it's an addiction. When you are addict of something else, good or bad, you're in an addiction. So if you can take, and having an addiction is actually a very good thing because it's an obsession. You're getting obsessed with something, right? But if you change that addiction, that obsession into something else, into something that's really good for you, now, oh my God, you can literally live your dream. So people who are obsessive over something, if they can put it in the right direction, that's beautiful. That's amazing. Just kind of go with it and you're going to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Law is always trying to know everything. I told me. Okay, I'll do my questions a bit later because I don't want to lose the track of it. Okay. So now, after the obsession, the desire. The first way on how to, I have a note. The first way on how to manifest your desire is to wish for it. Okay, so you need to wish for it. You need to imagine yourself. So for example, my wish is, I don't know, let's say, okay, I do know, I'm trying kind of share, not to share. Let's say to be as big as Oprah, right? Like to be the best. That's my wish, right? And whichever way I'm going to go, but this is my big picture. This is my wish, right? So first you wish for it. The second thing, you will have to do sacrifices. Ladies, nothing in the world is achieved without sacrifices. Now, let's say if I want to be really big as Oprah, like Will I achieve this by, let's say, watching TV, by going to the movies, by hanging out with my friends and like gossiping, by wasting my time? I will not achieve this. I will have to manage every single minute of my time to achieve my wish. I will have to do what actually Oprah does every single day, what she used to do before she became Oprah, right? So you will have to sacrifice. You might have to, you not might, you will have to sacrifice the games, the TV, a lot of time wasting, people, friends who are not good for you, who are not encouraging you to grow up, to go up, who don't inspire you, who tell you, let's say, oh, you can do it. Who do you think you are? I went through all of this, like your English is not good enough. Who do you think you are? You're single. I'm single, right? How many times do you think I get this? Like, oh my God, it's like still going nonstop, right? Then what else happened? So my English is not good enough. Nobody will watch me. My what else happened? Who do you think you are? You don't have the money to achieve success. Like there will be people who will say, oh, you will never, people who are successful, we get lucky. So if you have a wish that you want to achieve, if you have a dream that you want to achieve, and you're surrounding yourself with these people, they will be a baggage when you're climbing both stairs up. They will be a baggage that be trying to drag you down. So now you're climbing. It's really difficult to achieve your dream. It takes a lot of kind of passion and discipline and patience and going for it. So you're going for it. You're sacrificing. You're not, you're ditching your TV and all of that. And your friends at the same time, the baggage is dragging you down. Do you think it's going to be easy like that, or it's going to be hard? So you'll have to sacrifice. You'll have to let go of your friends to keep the space so the new ones can come in, and then you can support each other. Friends, like if, for example, if your goal is to achieve the dreams, you need to look for the friends who are on the same path as you are, so you can complement each other, support each other, and grow. Like rich surround themselves with rich. Poor surround themselves with poor. If you're poor and you want to be rich, you have to get out of here and you have to come here. And step by step, and it will be that you're like, let's say you're poor here and rich is here. And there will be time and you're going to be in the middle, and nobody will want to be with you. Nobody will want to talk to you because you're going to be in the middle. You're going to be in between. But when you keep going, you keep going, you keep going, and then you'll be here. And I'm not saying that rich is better than poor or anything like that. It's just, if it's your mindset, if it's a goal that you want to achieve, you need to be in that group there. You are surrounded by those people who are up to the same thing. Same as like if you want to become an athlete, right? I'm from an athlete background. If you want to be an athlete and you want to achieve your goals, you start training, and then you start to surround yourself with other athletes. If you're not going to be surrounding yourself with athletes, and you're going to be surrounding yourself with friends who don't go to the gym, friends who have different goals and ambitions, who don't want to be bad, they will be like, oh, Greta, why do you have to go to the gym at 7 a.m.? Greta, why do you have to travel to play like basketball in that country? Greta, why do you have, like they will balance you out. They will balance you off your dream. But if you're an athlete and you're surrounding yourself with other athletes, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is so exciting. We're going to go here and we're going to do that. Have you trained this morning? I'm sick, but I'm still trained. You're going to end up inspiring each other. So you must put yourself in that circle. So if you're in the wrong circle, sacrifices. Okay, let's see your comments. I still got 3 more to go. How can you find the balance between being a mother and going for your dreams? My mom always made me feel for spending time with on my dream and not always on my daughter. In order to achieve your goals in life, sometimes you need to be selfish in order to be selfless. Now, let me give you my example. So everything is real. There is no my life is so real and I went through so much, and it's just like I have a million examples, and that's a perfect question. So if you girls have seen my video before where I showed you where I lived before, if you haven't, please watch it. You'll fall off your chair. You can get some popcorn. Literally, you'll crack up, right? Where I lived before and where I'm living now, right? So I am here because I wished for it, I sacrificed for it, and I put myself first. All right, so I became selfish, right? So I said to my friends, sorry, I don't have time to see you for a whole weekend. Sorry, I do not have time to talk on a phone with you for 2 hours, even though we used to do that before. Sorry, I do not have time to gossip. Sorry, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. What do you think my friends did? We were like, oh, Greta, you're a really bad friend. Like you're very selfish. It's just about you and your business, right? This is what I did. And what happened, not only that I dropped my friends dropped me as well, because we were like, Greta, I want to talk to you and nag and complain and, share my feelings, and you're not there to listen to it because you're working on your business, right? So you might think like, oh my God, Greta is such a selfish, horrible friend, right? So what happens, Greta is living in a room, if you want to see that room that I lived in and I was doing my YouTube videos, please have a look, knock yourself out. I'm living in that room. I'm counting money for food. I'm going out to town. I would get upset. It came to the point where I would get upset when I would go to London, because I would be like, oh my God, how can these people afford this or that? So I was like, anyway. And then what I did, I kept going for like very, very long story short, I kept on going for my dream. I kept on being selfish, right? Kept on going for my dreams. And then 3 years later, right? So my sister, in the meantime, she had cancer, she passed away, and I kept on like using her pain as power, and I kept on going for my dreams. So how did I use her pain as power? My sister was suffering a lot, right? And she was, she died from cancer, so she suffered so much. And I used to feel sorry for myself, think like, oh my God, I don't have any friends, I'm alone as a finger. And then I would remember my sister thinking like, oh my God, if I literally would complain to my sister right now that I'm alone as a finger and I don't have any friends, she would be like, Greta, how dare you say that? I'm here passing from cancer. I can't speak. I can't talk. And here is me having the roof over my head, being all healthy and, living in London and complaining over something like this. So this kind of like in the back of my mind, my sister, which passed away, gave me strength to be by myself and keep going for it. Right? My sister gave me strength to be by myself and be selfish, to sacrifice. 3 years later, I find out that my nephew was committing a suicide, right? When my sister passed away, actually it was my sister passed away, and after 2 years, my nephew went just totally down the hill because he was obsessed with his mother, and he tried to commit a suicide. And he went before that, he went into a psychosis, like all of that. Like he would look into the wall for like 2 weeks, wouldn't have a shower and stuff like this. Was my nephew. And then he tried to commit a suicide. And this was after 3 years when I was having my business and I was still living in that dodgy room that I was living. And when he did that, he kind of woke up after he tried doing that. He said like the suicide, like me, he said it was a big shock to me. And I went kind of back to normal of how I used to be. And then he got in touch with me. Even though I was living in that crappy apartment, I already had the money to live somewhere else. And my nephew, he was surrounded with a lot of negativity, and a lot of families are surrounded with this stuff because, not every parent, not every family knows how to influence your child in a positive way. So we were influencing my nephew in a way that didn't work for him, and his sister passed away. So he was in a lot of kind of negativity, bullying environment. And, I had the money then, and then I found a place, right? This place that I live in now, and I was able to take my nephew to live with me. And now he actually brought the 2 dogs. This is why I have the 2 dogs, right? If you want to see my dogs, we're literally chilling right now on a couch. He brought the 2 dogs 5 months later after he started living with me. And those 2 dogs are actually my sister's, which passed away dogs. He was like, Greta, like, I love it here and all of that, but I need my dogs. It's Giedra's dogs, like we have to look after them as well. Now, please, Rami, no, sorry, he's scratching the couch. Yeah, the dogs. When you talk about the dogs. Okay, ignore, right? Ignore. When you ignore, this is what happens. So now I'm like doing it on the dogs, what I would do on guys as well. So, this is what I mean, ladies. By being selfish and by going for my goals, for my dreams, I was able to take my nephew from that environment and put him here, right? And even take his 2 dogs. How would I be able to do this if I was not selfish? If I didn't have my dreams and my desire? So in order to give, first you must focus on you and take, right? And now my nephew, he's in a positive environment. He is achieving his goals every single day. He's helping me out. He's high value. Before that, he was like a crackhead, like now he's like all these opportunities. He's charming. He is, going for things. He's like unstoppable. So this is the point, it's incredible. So first is you wish for it. Second is you sacrifice. Third, now this is third. The third tip, ladies, think of when you want it to happen. It's really, really nice. Think like, if you have your wish, like set a date in your mind and be like, oh my God, I would love it to happen at this day. And I believe that it will happen. So this is more like when you believe and when you truly know that it will happen, you will attract that energy. But this is more law of attraction stuff. My sister coaches on law of attraction. You can check her out. I will link her channel in this video description if you don't know about that. I love law of attraction, but I'm not law of attraction coach. But yes, the third thing is you have to write down when you want to get it. The perfect example actually is my YouTube channel. Okay, so unintentionally, it manifested exact way that I thought it will. So I remember when I started my YouTube channel, the dating coach stuff, right? I saw how it's growing and I was like, oh my God, I can see that after 1 year, I will have 1,000. I literally remember talking to my mom, start my YouTube channel 3 months in. I call my mom because my mom knew everything. I'm like, Mom, with my YouTube channel, I think after 1 year, I will have 1,000 subscribers. After 2 years, I was kind of doing the maths. After 2 years, I think I'll have 3,000. After 3 years, I think I'm going to have 10,000. And then it was probably after 10 years when I would have 30,000. This is exactly what happened. After 1 year, I had 1,000 subscribers. After 2 years, I had 3,000 subscribers. After 3 years, I had 10,000 subscribers, all on the same month. So it manifests like what you think and what you wish for, it will manifest. But it's not going to happen without the fourth step, which is a strategy. You can't just wish for it and leave it. You will have to find the correct strategy to go for it. Like it's a bit like this, ladies. The way I see strategy, if you want like a dating example, this is a really good one. For example, to the ladies who are here and who are single, right? So for example, in your mind, you might have a dream guy, right? He's got this characteristic and this, and he's tall, dark, and handsome, and he's like, successful or whatever. Like, let's say you have all the strategy, like everything what you want in a guy, right? What's the next thing? You wish for it. You write it down, every single detail that you want. You wish for it, right? And when you stay patient, so it comes to you. When it comes to you, and it will only come to you if you're not going to settle for less, because if you settle for less than what you want, when you settled for less and you're in a relationship with that less, and when this guy pops up, you can't take this guy because you already settled for less. So you automatically will reject it, or it's going to be cheating, right? So let's say you're not settling for less, and it does come. This guy, let's say, comes and approaches you, right? Now, you're not going to be able to keep it if you don't know how, if you don't have the correct strategy of being the high value woman, if you don't know how to control your emotions, if you don't know how to put yourself first, if you don't know how to compliment this guy and how to fulfill his love needs, he will disappear. All right, so the same goes with your dreams, manifesting your dream. When you will ask for your dream to come, eventually it will come. But if you don't have the strategy how to keep it, how to achieve it, it's not going to happen. All right, so the fourth tip is strategy. Now, the fifth tip is, it's very cute and it's very sweet, and I love doing this a lot. And I do this a lot, like for the last 4 years since I started my business. Going to sleep and waking up with it, like going to sleep with your dream and waking up with your dream. Again, I'm not law of attraction coach, so I can't break it down for you like totally how the law of attraction coach would. But basically, it's something in between the lines that our unconscious mind is the freshest when we wake up. And it's kind of like, it's not the freshest, but when you're going to sleep, it's like this is when your unconscious mind is the most active. So this is when it's the best to wish for your dreams, in the morning and in the evening. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is either I read something really positive, or I listen to positive affirmations. Sometimes I sleep with, let's see, money meditation, or I sleep with health sounds, gamma sounds. So like my subconscious mind is still listening to the lovely sounds while I'm sleeping. So I'm still manifesting in my dreams. Then I wake up. I wake up with gratitude. I say the things what I'm grateful for. So when you're, for example, grateful for something, law of attraction universe brings you more of it. If you're actually ungrateful for something, if you're complaining about something, law of attraction universe will bring you more of it as well. So whatever you're thinking of, it will manifest in your life. So it's better to be grateful and have clear and nice thoughts of your dreams. So for example, when I wake up in the morning, I have a vision board. Actually, I have a vision board on my wall. I'm not showing you because I protect my vision boards, right? So I have a vision board. It's like a picture frame, and it's cut into little pieces of the things that I want to achieve. And it's literally in my face all day long because I do work from this room. And I have a vision board on my phone as well. And on my phone, it's like a video. I put little videos together. I put the music together. I'm talking over it, so it's like when I go to sleep, I look at it and I fall asleep like, oh my God, this is so nice. I'm going to be manifesting all of this, and this will happen. I wake up, the first thing I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, this is so nice. And it puts you in that zone of going for your dreams. It puts you in that zone of achieving the next step. So, yeah. And the other thing is, when you have a business, you still need to do things that you don't want to do. And the best time to do things that you don't want to do is the first thing in the morning. This is how you don't procrastinate. Because when you wake up in the morning, you had your beautiful meditation, you had your, you had your sleep, you're fresh, you had your breakfast, you had your coffee. Now it's the best time to do things that you don't want to do. So you literally have them done, you sort them out, like an hour, 2 hours, it's done. And then you start with the rest of the things that you do want to do. Because when you procrastinate and then you put the things that you don't want to do, when you kind of procrastinate them till the end, a lot of times you don't even have them done. So yeah, that is kind of was my live on desire. Let's see, what are your comments? I fall asleep to your voice. That was not my intention, to ladies, to make you fall asleep, but I'll take it as a compliment. This is another thing, ladies, whatever people say, like, because this comment can be taken in two ways. First way, it could be your life was so boring, Greta, I'm falling asleep. The second way, the positive way of how to look at it, my voice is so amazing that this girl found it so smoothing and nice and she fell asleep, right? So, like, ladies, there's always two ways to look at the thing. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes like you can make any negative into a positive. One girl said to me, one client said to me, Greta, my husband says that I look tired and it makes me upset, And it makes her upset because when he says, like, oh my God, you look so tired, she straight away thinks about the negative. And she's like, oh my God, I don't look good. I have bags under my eyes. He probably doesn't find me attractive. And I said to her, look at it as a positive. Like, if a guy would say to me, Greta, you look tired, I would literally think, like, oh my God, he noticed that I look tired. He cares, like maybe he's going to give me some solutions of how, not to look so tired. I would literally be like, oh yeah, I am really tired. I don't know what to do about it. Kind of like, take me to a spa. That's a positive way to look at it. Like, I'm tired, yes. How can we make me not tired? Maybe you could do something nice for me, like a spa, a massage, like there's always a positive, ladies. Look at the positive. Okay, let's see, what do we have? So your comments. Okay, so we'll start from the beginning. I am so angry because my mother-in-law is always trying to know everything. I told my boyfriend this because we live together with her. I'm so frustrated and annoyed by her. I can't control myself. Ooh, this is why, ladies, I say, you know what I would do? I would give her some things and I would just say, I'm busy, but I would be nice and I would give her some information and then just say, I would be busy. But again, ladies, this is what I'm talking about. Love sometimes is not enough. It's the whole family that comes into the picture. It's not just about you and him. How can you find the balance between being, okay, this one we did, how to improve English speaking skills in front of camera if English is your second language? Don't be shy. Just don't be shy. Like, as long as you're confident, you can pull off anything, right? Like, ladies, like, I talk a lot. The reason I actually still keep the weird words that I say when I'm doing the lives or when I'm doing YouTube videos, because I personally believe that it adds a bit of character and fun. Like, I actually like a bit of broken English because I think it's more entertaining. If I don't know how to say a word, I'll show it with a sign language or I'll create like a synonym to it. And I think, to me personally, that's a more entertaining life. And to me personally, it's more inspiring to see someone saying things like that, because you're going to be like, oh my God, if she can be creative like that, if she can be brave and do things this way, if English is my second language, I can do it too. So it's just having the confidence to do stuff. It's just being brave. Like, if you believe in yourself and you love how you speak, the confidence will shine through and other people will start to love that too. If you're insecure, others will see it and we will be like, oh my God, because you'll be embarrassed. You'll say something and you'll be like, oh my God, I said this. Oh my God, I said that. And other people will start pointing fingers at you as well. It's like being tall. I always say this example. Like, I grew up in a family, my both parents are very tall, my sister's tall. I grew up with athletes, like literally basketball players. Like, everyone was very, very tall. When I left that environment, I was like, why is everyone so short? I'm 6'3". I grew up with everyone who's like 6'5", 6'6". That's normal for me. That used to be normal for me. Then I left that environment. I'm like, why is everyone so short? Like, what's wrong here? So I was raised in a way that tall is beautiful, tall is amazing, because my parents are both tall, we're very confident, we athletes. So we obviously, I'm their daughter, so they praise me in a way that tall is just amazing, right? So as a child, I grew up believing like poor short people. Literally, this was my belief, And so now when I like grew up, like all of that, when I left that environment, and people say to me, oh no, like you're so tall, it must be hard, like guys are usually shorter, or you're so tall, or this. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what's wrong with you? Because that was not a belief I grew up with. And I see a lot of tall women nowadays who didn't grow up in a place that I grew up. We walk around like there is something wrong with them. We cringe and we like, oh my God, like we can't look people in the eyes, we hide. So if you're going to have this approach about yourself, being like, oh my God, I'm so tall, I don't know, I'm unattractive, or this or that, people will see that about you, and this is what they will think of you as well. People will think of you what you think of yourself. If you're gonna walk like, I am so tall, like, gods were tall, people will be like, oh my God, this tall girl, look how confident she is. Like, they will have nothing on you. Short guys will be like, oh my God, I want basketball babies. Your height is amazing. Yes, it's my insecurities playing tricks on me. Thank you for changing my perspective. Needed to hear that. Yes. Greta, you're wonderful. Please share a link to a channel with law of attraction. It's my sister's, so I will drop the link in the description box. Also, ladies, I have a self-love course which you can buy, and I will also put it down in the description box, where I'm sharing my whole story in detail. Like, I break down everything that I went through. I went through a lot. And I'm talking how I dealt with everything and exactly what I did to be where I am. And just like, if you want to create a business, if you think you're not good enough, or if you think you can't do it, because I started with nothing. I started with zero money, and I started with a phone, literally with a phone, counting pennies for food. Like, as I said, I used to go to London, and I literally remember this moment. I have sacrificed my friends, right? I don't have any money. My sister's dying from cancer. I work as a nanny, like literally alone as a finger. The only thing that's keeping me going is my YouTube channel, because I'm believing in it so much. That was my only light. My YouTube channel, you ladies, this is my such passion, that was my only light, and I only focused on that. Obviously, I was meditating insanely. I listened just to Oprah, Gary Vee, Tony Robbins. These were my best friends, just their books, nothing else. I literally just kind of close myself in this positivity, and this is where I lived. And I remember going to London town, and I was walking down like Regent Street, and I was so in a rush to get home, because I felt like I'm gonna cry insanely. I was like, oh my God, because I felt sorry for myself. I was like, oh my God, all of these people, they going shopping, they have, we can buy this, we can buy that, we have friends, this and that. I was literally like, I remember walking, and this was the first time in my life where I was in the situation that I'm walking through the street, and I'm like having my head down, because I'm like, I remember this, and sorry, and I'm like, yeah. So, oh my God. It's, it's because, yeah. And so you will see all of that because I'm sharing it all in my ultimate self-love, and I'm sharing how I shifted it all. And to be honest, I did not go to central London at least for a year after that experience. I literally was just going to work, working, going to work, working. Tony Robbins, Oprah, positivity. I was like, I cannot face this until I'm ready to face this, until I have the money, until I can face it, So yeah, that was me. And yeah, let's see more. So all of this and more is in my ultimate self-love. So if you having excuses that you cannot achieve it, you cannot do it, you can do it. Anyone can do it. Right now, anyone can do it. As long as you have a dream and wish and your passion is an obsession. Your sister would be very proud of you for giving your nephew the opportunity. Yes. Yes. And you know what? It's really it's really amazing because when my nephew moved in, right, then my sister passed away. It's really interesting because when my sister passed away, I was like, oh my God, I would love some jewelry of hers, just something, so I have something to remember. And I couldn't get anything because we kind of separated when she passed away. There was a lot of family issues, blaming, all of that. And when my nephew went through all of this and I took him here, and when I went on holiday with my parents, and when I was going on holiday with my parents, I was like, oh my God, I really want to buy some jewelry. I really want to buy some jewelry. So I bought some earrings in Greece, right? Because we have an amazing jewelry. And my nephew, at the same time, he went to Ireland because this is where my sister used to live. So my nephew is Irish, basically. He was born in Ireland, so he's got an Irish accent. And I used to live in Ireland for I don't know, 10 years, something like that. So he went back to Ireland for a couple of days, and I come back from Greece, and he comes back from Greece, and he brings me 2 massive bags of my sister's precious jewelry, and I'm and he puts it on my bed. He's like, Greta, when I was in my house, he's like, somebody, it's he said, I was having this inner voice saying get jewelry for Greta, get jewelry for Greta, get jewelry for Greta. And he said, and I started looking for it, and he came back with massive, this is why in my YouTube videos now I'm covered in the necklaces, there's a watch, there's this, it's all my sisters, he literally brought it all. And it's so funny because I had this intention. I was like, oh my God, I really want. And it connected with him and channeled energy. It's literally law of attraction. And, I think it's it's my sister's influence as well. It's maybe her being grateful, for this. You just have to, you just have to believe, and you just have to be positive. And let me finish it with this one. I can't believe my life is already 43 minutes. I was going to pop on for 15. Let me finish it with this one. I even wrote it down. The more creative you are, the happier you are. The more you have creative, fun thoughts that come into your mind, the happier you are. And when you practice being creative, because brain is a muscle, you actually end up having more ideas, more creativity, and actually being happier each day. So, people who sometimes laugh a lot or laugh to themselves a lot, I am that person, even without the business, I always smile. And when I'm smiling, it's always because I'm thinking of something random or some crazy thought went into my mind and I'm starting to laugh. And people who know me, they would usually go Greta, why are you laughing? Why are you smiling? What are you thinking about? And when I would share, they would be like, oh my God, you're being ridiculous, or this is so funny. So anyway, the happiest people are the ones who think of random thoughts in their mind, right? So, but to think of random thoughts in their mind, you need to be open. You need to be open to believe. You need to be open to create. You need to be open to fantasize. Like just have fun with life, enjoy life, have fun with it. So yeah, let's see. It's true, like you're like, you can be anywhere in the world. And if you're thinking funny thoughts and you're creating like little clips in your mind, you will keep entertaining yourself. Like your mind is everything, like you make yourself happy, you make yourself sad. If you're obviously thinking of sad thoughts, sad things will happen. You'll actually manifest sad things and you will make yourself upset. And then you assume based on your sad thoughts that something bad is happening or someone else bad is thinking, then you react in a bad way. But when you're thinking funky, cheeky thoughts, you're just a fun person to be with. And people like, oh, what is she thinking? Like she's not talking, but she's smiling or she's laughing, like why? What happened? It's entertain yourself. And when you entertain yourself, people come to you like a magnet. They want to be around you because they know you're going to say something fun or do something fun. Okay, ladies, that's it. That's it for my live. I can see it ended up being a long one. And tell me, actually, did you like this one? Because this is my first YouTube live on high value mindset. So let me know, please let me know in the comments. Did you like it? What did you like? So then I'll do more lives on my high value mindset as well. This is exactly why I love you so much. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because I'm random. I think I'm a bit random. Yeah, because they say crazy stuff. Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you think? And I'll do more. Amazing and inspiration to those who listen to. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was absolutely great. More of it. Perfect, perfect. Again, if you want more of it, it's ultimate self-love. Everything is in there. But I will obviously be continuing with this channel because it's, it's great. I went through all of that stuff, so I have a million things to share. Amazing. Cool. Okay, ladies, kisses. Thank you so much for watching. Like it if you liked it, subscribe, and the rest. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, queens. Love you too.